Aries, I hope you're doing fantastic. This is your reconciliation read for the month. So again, this is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for reconciliation. This is about you and another person, generally a past lover, past relationship, but can also pertain to a friend or a relative. Again, this is a general reconciliation read for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So keep that in mind. Hopefully it resonates with you. But you want to check your other signs, as some months those may resonate with you more than others. So again, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, reconciliation read. All right, so let's get started here. We have your head and your heart. In your head, you have the Six of Wands, and in your heart, you have the Seven of Wands. So very interesting. The Six of Wands is pride, achievement, success, wanting to find, possibly a new beginning with this person or coming to some agreement. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean in your head you want to get back together for sure, but this could be, let's just, even if we're not going to get back together, let's get some sort of closure. Let's come together, both be adults here, both get along and say our piece and either move forward onto something new with each other or, at least get the closure and wipe the slate clean. Because then you have the Seven of Wands, which is assessing a situation in your heart. Right now, you're really trying to figure out, the pros and cons. Do I want this person back? How do I feel about this person? Would it be a smart move for me? Mentally, physically, emotionally, all of the above. Is this a good move for us to get back together? Or is this something that could ever happen? Or has there been too many, nails in the coffin, so to speak, that this is just kind of a dead end and wouldn't go anywhere? So your heart, you're, kind of torn between two different aspects with the Seven of Wands. You're kind of trying to filter out everything and figure out, where the balance lies and what the best decision for the both of you would be in your mind. Now, in their head and their heart, they have the Judgment card, and then they have the Four of Pentacles. Now, in their head, the Judgment card is a situation where you have all the information you need. So this person, they know exactly how they feel about you. They know, they want to forgive the past. Now, whether they want to forgive the past and move forward, we'll see in the next two sections, but the Judgment card is about saying, I forgive you, I forgive me, I just want to forgive and forget. I want to forget the whole ordeal. This is not about pointing fingers anymore. This is about lessons learned. This is about saying, I understand what I did, what my actions have caused, and what my words have caused, but I also forgive you for things that maybe I'm upset with you for. And Aries, you may be like, well, screw them, they did this, this, and this. But this is, and also, it takes two to tango. And as we know in relationships, especially breakups, we tend to say things, we don't mean as well. Or even if somebody did this to us or did that, maybe our reactions weren't as pleasant as we would have liked them, right? Now, in their heart, they have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is not ready to let something go. This is greed. This is in their heart, Aries, you are meant to be with them or you belong to them. And not in a, you're mine, but like, we belong together. This, they are not feeling great about the thought of seeing you with somebody else or the thought of you being with somebody else. So, in their heart, they're very much feeling greedy, but it can also be that they miss you, they care about you, but they're not ready to expose themselves or expose their emotional vulnerability or their heart, because this is somebody who also kind of keeps to themselves and doesn't want to share themselves at the moment. Now, this is a present. You have the Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. Now, the Ace of Pentacles is new. This is new work, new career, new, new love life, new beginnings. Could be beginnings with old, but the Ace of Pentacles is opportunities, prosperity, a lot of different things coming your way. And I do feel like, Aries, you do have opportunities with other people in love that maybe you've recognized or acknowledged, or you've started dating, or they're going to be coming towards you soon. But this can also be, career and other things. So big changes, Aries, coming your way in a lot of aspects in your life. I love the Ace of Pentacles. It's a lot of, new beginnings that aren't draped in, possible negativity. And then you have the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles is, what are you doing? Which direction are you going? Why, what's the holdup here? If you know which direction you want to go, in a lot of aspects, again, this is like, stop daydreaming, wake up, feel woke and make a move. This is take advantage of an opportunity that becomes available. You know, this is being fair and being honest to yourself and staying true to yourself, but this is no more excuses. So look, Aries, if you want to be with this person and an opportunity presents itself, don't hold back. Don't listen to the naysayers. You have to do what's going to be right for you and what's in your heart and your head. But the Page of Pentacles is saying there is an opportunity coming, and what are you waiting for? Ironically, here's the opportunity. So it'll be interesting, Aries, to see, and I think it's going to be a few different opportunities. I do feel like it's going to be a possibility of new person coming in, possibility of somebody from the past coming in, as well as, like I said, career or some sort of change, a home life type change. Now, they have the Page of Cups and the Fool. The Page of Cups is looking at everything with like love. Literally, the Page of Cups is like, let's drown it all in hearts and roses and love. Now, this person isn't being impractical or in living in some fantasy world, but they are starting to feel better. I don't know if this person had, you know, what we can all suffer from, depression or anxiety, but this is kind of like they're reviving from the down in the dumps. You know, it's kind of like the Judgment card here, coming out of the clouds and really seeing what is right in front of them, whether this is you or somebody else. Now, the Fool card here talks about it's the beginning of a new era, okay? The Fool card is taking a leap of faith onto something, wanting to start something new. This person, it's almost like they're jumping for joy, like they recognize what they had with you and they want to make something come to fruition, or they want to make amends, or they want, but it's almost as if they're saying it needs to be like a whole new path, whole new changes. Like, we're going to have to start fresh. We're going to have to figure out, like, it can only happen if this forgiveness and the pointing fingers and the fighting and the arguing, it's almost as if, like, if they did something to end the relationship, or you did, or whoever did what to who, they don't want to hear about it anymore. And it's not that you want to either. It's just they're very set on, this is a new path, a new way to go. Now, you have the Five of Swords and the Six of Cups. The Five of Swords is a fear of victory. So your fear here, this is the future, but you have a very deep rooted fear here. And I think that's why this person's being so pushy about, you know, look, Aries, it's new or never. You know what I mean? Like new beginnings. And I say new or never, not now or never, because they're not pushing you like, oh, you have to come to me now, or we have to get back together now. It's more just, we have to be able to take the past and put it behind us, clear the air. Yes, there's going to be, you know, some things that need to be discussed, and there's going to be some insecurities and whatnot. But your fear here with the Five of Swords is they're telling you something they think you want to hear, because the Five of Swords is a fear of victory, or it's a defeat, it's a dishonor. It's somebody who's saying, Aries, I'm telling you, I want kids and I want to get married and I want a partner forever, or I want to adopt fur babies, whatever. And you're having a hard time believing it because you've heard this before. However, you have the Six of Cups here, and the Six of Cups is the ultimate reconciliation card. It's a nostalgia. It's a looking back and seeing, being able to see the peace with this person versus the negativity. So you both seem to be kind of encroaching on the same idea. I just don't see anybody taking like a major advancement until we get here to their side. Again, the Six of Cups is a typical reconciliation card because of the fact, again, that it's nostalgia, it's looking back, and it's wanting something from the past back. But then you have the King of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups on their side. The King of Pentacles is somebody who's very stable, and so it's almost like this person got their shit together and they're going, hey, Aries, I have my shit together, but I don't want to hear about any of this. And you may have a hard time with that because you may say, well, I don't roll that way. Like, we have to discuss certain things. I can't just forget and forgive. We need to have a discussion about how we would move forward. And this person is almost like, let's bury it in the sand. But you know as well as I do, when things aren't, there's no closure, things aren't discussed, it still comes back up. Eventually somebody finds the pocket where it was buried in the sand. I think this person is just hoping that maybe you'll go easier on them than maybe you have in the past, because they do feel like they're being a better version of themselves. And then you have the Ace of Cups here, which is new love. Now, this could be that they're looking for new love. However, with the Fool, the Page of Cups, and the Judgment card, and especially this Four of Pentacles, like they're not ready to necessarily give you up. I feel like the Ace of Cups goes along with the Fool and the fact that this is saying they want new love, but new love with you. Now, again, it could be new love with somebody else. They may, you know, decide that this isn't the path for them. But this Judgment card and the looking back, There's something deep rooted here that they want love with you, but again, it's new. The energy that's coming through here is very strong, Aries, in saying they don't want any of the past. Like, not that they don't want the good memories or whatever, but you get my, basically this person feels like they've been punished enough. Like, plain and simple, that's what it is. This person's like, you know, Aries, I've been punished enough. You made your point. I feel shitty enough. I've changed my ways. I've done this. I've done that. And you may say, hey, you know what, Dark Dove, not good enough. Well, then you know what? Then there you go. Then, you know, maybe that's your answer to you know, get some closure and move on. But this person definitely wants a new start. They just are hoping that the past kind of disappears because they do feel guilty, or there is some sort of, you know, something that obviously they know that they really mucked up. All right, I'll see you guys soon.